Another inviting video. Double Up Michelle Connection. That's my profile name. My name is Michelle. For those of you who don't know me, I never watch any of my content. I've been on here for 4 years, and it's an off and on thing. And I just wanted to, bring some content this morning. And what I wanted to talk about, just in general stuff, stuff that are everyday lives and things that people do, the spirit of people. Our lives have to be surrounded by things that's going to motivate us, people that's going to motivate us, people that's going to say things, speak words that encourage you to move in a better direction. And that's what I like to focus on. I like to make my content on stuff that brings that light. A light that brings life. You know what I'm saying? And having that connection with God will help you bring that light into your life. When people hear your name, they understand that this person, I do understand them in some way. A lot of people watch content over and over and over, and you make comments on people. You think you're going to stop them from doing what they're doing, but most of the time you can't stop anybody from doing anything. Because when you speak on something, that lets the person know that that's the kind of person you are. So motivation helps people to keep going. And that's what I try to do. If I'm going to comment on somebody's page, I'm going to say something that's motivating. I'm not going to try to steer them in another direction and stuff like that, but people will do that. It just show you, everybody's different. Everybody hear things different. Everybody sees things different. That's why God made us, to show the difference. And God is a big God. And there's only one God, You see all these different content creators coming up with all kinds of stuff, clickbait stuff that don't matter to nobody. But you watch it and you listen to it because they tell you something about they're a spiritual leader or something like that. And end up they ain't nothing like that. They just know scripture and stuff like that. I found that out too. People are big liars. You can't believe nothing they say. You got to watch them, the way they move. The 1 minute they'll be saying something about what they're going to do at the club and all this stuff and doing stuff, and you watch them, and when they put their family on their page, you watch the family, their movements, because everybody can't act. People show exactly who they are. You can see it. They could say one thing, but you seeing something else, because people looking all in the background, looking at everything you put on there. I don't believe a lot of stuff I see on this internet, because a lot of it just ain't real. You could tell. And it's getting worse. It ain't getting no better, All this clickbait stuff and all these amps. A lot of this stuff ain't motivating. So you got to learn how to be motivated and watch things that's going to move you. That's why I make my content. People subscribe. It don't mean they like my page. Sometimes they subscribe to try to mess you up. Saying negative shit, you know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me. But like I say, my connection with God, I'm going to stay on that road. These strikes and all this kind of stuff. I got a strike. I've been on here 4 years, and I'm gonna talk about it. I got a strike the other day, and it was over some content that I'm always making. If YouTube would look at my page, they'll see it's the same kind of stuff on everything. That's all I do. That's all I've been doing for 4 years. I might make a little content on something, talking about different things, reactions, and then, but most likely you're going to see the same stuff. So that's what I don't understand about them. YouTube, they don't let you know exactly what it was. When they give you a strike, they don't tell you what it was. So it don't make no sense to me. And I hope they hear me. You need to make it clear why a person gets a strike. I don't like that. It don't make no sense. You gonna give somebody a strike, but you ain't gonna tell them why they got the strike. It's like you gotta figure it out yourself. That don't make no sense. But like I said, I'm gonna keep going and doing what I've been doing. And if they want to strike me more or whatever they want to do, they can take it out, whatever. It don't matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am and I do what I do. And everybody's different. Some people will strike you and say you did such and such. They need to look through stuff. That's what I'm talking about. They need to look through stuff when people are trying to strike people and all this kind of stuff. It could be a hater. Don't just put no strike on nobody's page and stuff like that. I don't like it. It's crazy. I'm not going to dispute it or nothing, but I'm talking about it. Yeah, I'm talking about it because it don't make no sense. Because all my content is on the same thing, and it ain't nothing new. So it's got to be an issue with whoever's working for YouTube or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's got to be some kind of problem, but let me know what the problem is. It don't make no sense. That's just like you work for somebody and then they fire you or whatever, but they don't tell you why they fired you. That don't make no sense. Because I ain't no dumb person. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's kind of whack to me. It's puzzling because I've been doing the same thing for 4 years, and then all of a sudden y'all gonna listen to somebody else say something about that ain't right. That ain't right. Just like you got a friend, you've been with this friend for years, and then somebody tell you something about them. You gonna believe them? You should know that person better than that. You gonna believe what they say. That don't make no sense. What kind of friend are you? You gonna believe what somebody says about somebody and you be with them all the time. That's your buddy or your friend or whatever. Then you gonna believe what they say. So that lets you know you must didn't know them, right? What kind of relationship did you guys have? You didn't know this person, but now you're gonna let some outsider come in and tell you something about this person. That don't make no sense. But this me, Michelle, with another video. I'm glad you guys watched. I hope that helps somebody. But like I say, this YouTube, I don't understand it. But I'm going to keep doing what I do. Okay? God bless everybody. Have a great day. Today is Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday. I might be posting a little bit more later on. Okay. Peace out.